Alright, so let us try that again. Let's try installing Xandros. So what I'm going to do, I've already got my VM set up here. I just kind of went for standard settings, at least for other Linux 2.4 kernel, IDE, plenty of RAM, bridge networking. So let's see what we get. We're going to start the boot. I'm going to pause the recording until we get to the Alright, we're almost there. We're very, very close. It didn't take very long at all, luckily. I just wanted to test the ability to pause the recording, basically. And here we are. The boot should, and as you can see, the mouse is ugly. I remember there's a way to fix that. I think you turn off the accelerated mouse cursor. I'll do that in a bit. So let's accept the agreement. And as you can see, it's a very Windowsy agreement here. It's quite long. We won't be reading all of that. I'm going to go with a custom install, but the express install is very basic. I'm going to select a complete desktop, and I'm not sure if there's any significant difference. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of stuff you can install. You can resize partitions. You can manage disk partitions. I'm not going to do this, but I will show you what the partition manager looks like. As you can see, it's fairly complete. But let's not do that. Let's just take over the disk, because that's fine. Here's the Ethernet. Okay. As you can see, it asks for an administrator password, which is really a root password. It's just a name. It asks for a computer name, which, as you can see, is very similar to the way Windows does it. So let's... that's too many characters. It asks for some username, so we will enter one. I'm pretty sure I made my root password for that, but whatever. It tells you it's going to delete all the stuff on the disk, tells you it's going to delete your disk. This may take a few minutes. It probably won't, but I will pause. Oh, never mind, it's already done. However, it will take a little while to unpack all this crap, so I'm going to pause the recording. Slight update, the installing is going very quickly. It's only been a couple minutes. It's already at 60%. As you can see, it's lightning fast. Actually, I didn't need to pause again. I was planning to pause again after this, but we're almost done. So, here we are. It should be near 100% pretty quick. I did pause for a little while, just let it do some stuff, configuring runtime. If this configuring part takes a while, I will pause. As you can see, it's a very Windowsy promotional splash screen, although a lot of Linux distros nowadays do that too. This configuring bit might take a while. I'm going to pause it here. Alright, we are back. It didn't take very long at all, and it wants to create a rescue disk. I'm actually going to create the rescue disk. So this will be... Oh no, wait, I don't have a floppy drive in the system, so I can't. So let's not. So as you can see, it says please remove CD. It's the fancy graphical screen. I like that. I think it did remove the CD, so I'm going to press enter. Unfortunately, oh, there we go. So let's see if it booted from the, yeah, it did boot from the drive. So let's go into Xandros. And I've already shown you Xandros, so I'm just going to load in for the first time and then immediately shut down because there's not really any point. Since you've already seen Xandros, you know what it can do. I'm not even sure if the graphics drivers will work properly in Xandros because I haven't installed the VMware tools, which, like I said, on my other VM I did install them, and that took a long time for it to work properly. I remember spending a good amount of time getting that to work, and I don't even remember how I did it. So we'll let this boot up. It actually takes as long to boot, it feels like, as it does to install. I just noticed that pulsating bar is kind of similar to Windows boot bars as well. That's interesting. And there is no way to get more details here, I don't think. Okay, finally fading out. And we're going to be into KDE here, or well, the KDM Desktop Manager, which is, or I don't even know if they're using KDM. I assume they are. They might have made their own. So the Desktop Manager won't load anything. There's no graphics because the graphics drivers aren't installed, which is unfortunate. Let me just show you the results of trying to run Start X, which will show you the diagnostic error that it'll print once I do that. I will log in, and I will run Start X. And it will try to use the VMware driver. It did apparently get one, but it won't work. So I remember how I fixed that actually, but basically what you do is you use VI because it doesn't come with any other text editors for the console. You go into etc X11 xorg.conf, I believe. Nope, that's actually not it. Hold on. Let me go. Oh, right, I'm not root, so it won't work anyway. So let me become root. And etc X11. And okay, so you go VI, you go xorg.conf. You find this thing called default depth, which is somewhere in here. I think I went past it. It's not easy to find. I'm sure you've already seen it on the screen and are wondering why I can't find it, but it's not easy to find. Maybe it's not even... Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. So now what you do is you press I after scrolling to the right area, and you type in the new default depth you want, which is 24. You press delete twice, or 3 times, to get rid of the old default depth. You press escape to enter command mode. You press the colon key as shown, and you press W to write the file, and you press the colon key again, and you press Q to quit. And if you haven't written the file correctly, it'll tell you it's not saved, so you have to make sure you write the file first. And you can test this immediately by running Start X, and if you did it right, X will start, but not very well, so you want to exit. I'll just actually press Control-Alt-Backspace to quit X altogether. And then you reboot by typing reboot at a root cell. And we will wait, and I'm going to end the video here because you've already seen what Xandros looks like, but that will make the graphics display actually work.